people. Right. How's it going? Yo, yo, yo. ATH3. Native Bronze. Jagastiner, Mary Robustelli. Hello there, much love. Right, I'm going to talk a little bit about it's all a distraction today. So listen to a bit of music. This is called Grounded by Sacred Earth. I do not own the copyrights to the music. So I'm just going to wait for people to join in. I'm just going to get into a bit more of a relaxed state. Sometimes I get into an energized state, sometimes I get into more of a relaxed state. So today I'm feeling like a bit more yin. So yin and yang are the two modes that I go into, relaxed and energized. So a little bit of relaxation today. After all, it's all a distraction. So we're just going to wait. by sacred earth. It's all a distraction. Everything out here, Maya, illusion, distraction. Just got to remember this. When we're in the illusion, you're going to get a lot of things messing with your energy. Things will mess with your energy, and they will distract you from your true nature. Your true nature. Your true nature is one of bliss, one of peace, joy. Anything else is false. Anything else is a distraction. May that be negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative people, negative projections, negative experiences. It's all a distraction. Because the truth is love, the truth is joy, the truth is bliss, the truth is nirvana, the truth is what heaven is. Now when you've been to heaven, you have the true enlightenment experience, which is what I try to help guide people towards, as I've been there. Now, once you've been there, it's very easy to get there again and again. So, a meditation can be many things. It could be a relaxing meditation, just laying down on a sun lounger, listening to some sound healing music. It could be a walk in nature. It could be listening to something like this and doing some breath work. So I just done a more relaxing breathwork session, Kambo breathwork session, right? So I teach the breathwork properly on the Zoom masterclasses. So I'm doing one this weekend, 23rd to the 24th of July. Details, the links in the bio. Tomorrow is the last day for registration if anybody's interested. But basically we do a number of exercises, breathwork exercises and meditation exercises live, and we also discuss dynamic meditation, which is living in meditation. So like going for a walk in nature, being surrounded by what's alive. Be surrounded by what's alive. You want to feel alive? Be surrounded by nature. Right? So your true nature is bliss, joy, peace, serenity. So when I go out in nature, I find true bliss, joy, serenity. True joy, bliss, and serenity is your true nature. So you don't have to find it out there. It's here. It's in your heart. It all comes from your heart. So the heart consciousness, getting out of your head and into your heart, will take you there. So heart consciousness, there's a whole practice to get into heart consciousness, which is what I teach, which I specialize in. Getting out of head consciousness and getting into more body consciousness and heart consciousness. Many of us are stuck up here. We're overthinking. We're stuck up here and we're overthinkers and we're under-feelers. Now, the trick is to find the right balance. You've got to think and feel, right? You've got to think and feel. But what we've got to get into the habit of doing is balancing our energies. Our energies are of a yin yang nature. Not just our energies, but all the energies out there within the illusion. All the energies within the illusion are of the yin yang nature, meaning the dark and the light. What we label as positive and negative, what we label as good and bad. So this experience here in Maya, illusion, is duality. I put a post up yesterday about binary, right? So in terms of this being a simulation, it's binary, right? Not that you have to believe that, but just think in terms of the same thing. Binary code, zeros and ones. There's nothing and everything. Yin and yang. Yin is nothing, yang is everything. Right? So the Taoist way is to do nothing, then do everything. So when I relax, I totally let go. Totally let go. completely gone. I'm just witnessing, observing nature, witnessing, observing, being. Witnessing and observing, being embraced by God's presence. That's it. That's the do nothing part. So I spend a lot of time there. So even before this live, for example, I've been there for 2 hours. So I do a lot of do nothing, but then I do a lot of do everything. That's why I get lots of shit done. But because you have the energy harnessed from the do nothing period, and you totally do nothing. I mean, a lot of people say they do nothing, but they actually end up sitting there thinking and overthinking. That's not really doing nothing, because you're still overthinking. So yes, your thoughts will come and arise, but just leave the doors open, the front and the back door, so that they can come and go. Do not hold on to them. They are distractions. Everything in this world is a distraction to take you away from your true nature. Your true nature is love. Your true nature is bliss, peace, and serenity. Because if you look at nature, this is why you need to connect with nature to find your soul. So I live in the countryside, so I go for a walk in nature. If I don't go for a walk in nature, I'd at least go to the gym and stop in the countryside and do some breath work. Just like I did today. I went to the gym, and instead of going for the walk, because it's very, very hot in the UK today, I just stop and I observe, witness and observe the beauty of nature, the bliss, the peace, the serenity. Because if you can't find it within, find it out there and observe it instead. It's that simple. That's what a dynamic meditation is. Okay, one of the other things that I teach on the Zoom masterclasses in detail. But a dynamic meditation is basically witnessing and observing beauty, peace, and serenity. So you can find that in a lot of things. In another person, in an animal, but in general nature. Anything that's natural. So you can find it in other human beings. Yes, without a doubt, you can find beauty in your partner, a loved one, right? That's where love comes from. That's why people fall in love. You know, it's not just about beauty on the outside. I'm talking about beauty on the inside and outside. So nature, when you get around nature, it's just naturally beautiful. Like there's no bad thing about it. So when you're there, you're naturally going to be healed, because it's a living environment. The trees, the grass, the flowers. So as soon as you surround yourself with that, it's healing to your soul. And not only is it healing to your soul, it will connect you to your soul, because your true nature is the same. Funny enough, it's called nature. Your true nature is the same as nature, because you are nature. You was born without a business plan, and you die without a business plan. You are a part of nature. I am a part of nature. I come here naturally. I live naturally. I mean, I don't make a business plan to stay alive at night time either. I somehow miraculously wake up in the morning, alive. That's nature. That's God. That's the divine doing the work. We got to get out of this mind. We got to get out of this mindset where we think we have to do a lot of the work. Yes, the work is not that difficult, really. It is something that we should all be doing anyway, if you think about it. We want to feel alive, connect with what's alive. What's alive? Nature, animals, other human beings. Okay? But when you connect with other human beings, you've got to make sure that they're truly alive too. You don't want to be the ones that really inside are dying, right? Because they're gonna project that negativity onto you as well. So you've got to surround yourself with the people with the kind of energy you want. Surround yourself with the environments, the energy that you want. Right? Now in this spiritual industry, whatever you want to call it, on the spiritual path, you come across, I'm a healer. I come across a lot of people that are unhealed. So they project their insecurities and their unhealed nature sometimes upon others. And it's very natural as a healer, you're going to get that, because you're healing people that need healing. Right? But there's times where I'm not even working with individuals. People on comments, people in the DMs, just projecting their insecurities, their negativities, their beliefs and opinions, their limitations upon me. And you will all get that too. This is another form of distraction. It's just another form of distraction. Okay? So as I said, everything that takes you away from love, peace, bliss, and serenity is a distraction. Everything. So whenever anything arises that is not love, peace, bliss, and serenity, natured or aligned in some way with that, it's false. And it's there to distract you from your true nature. Because your true nature is love, bliss, peace, and serenity. Just like nature. So you go to the countryside, or you go to the beach, you go to the ocean, all right, you go to a nice lake, you watch the swan swimming, the duck swimming, you go to the ocean, you know, you see the waves naturally unfolding and caressing the beach, right? You see the sun shining and the clouds naturally moving through the skies with no business plan. God's doing all this. It's all nature. You connect with that and you remember, wait a minute, this is all just happening. This is all just unfolding very beautifully. And we've got to get in alignment with that. It's that simple. Get in alignment with it, because it's all happening very, very naturally. It's all happening without effort, not our effort. I'm not making the clouds go by. I'm not making the waves do the beautiful thing that they do, right? The divine intelligence is the ocean. We are the waves in the ocean. We might sometimes feel like we're separate, but we're all a part of the greater ocean. Doesn't matter whether you label yourself black, white, brown, yellow, Indian, Christian, Hindu, Sikh. Doesn't fucking matter. Because at the end of the day, you all came from the same place and you're all going back to the same place. Me included. No one is more special than anyone. No one. We are all just waves in the ocean. We are all just ripples in the lake. These are metaphors, right? The divine intelligence is the orchestrator of the song of nature. The song of nature includes us as living human beings, animals, insects, everything that's living, plants, flowers, everything that's alive. The oceans, the sun, the moon, the cosmos, everything that's alive and living and unfolding naturally, it has an intelligence behind it. That's the divine intelligence. That's how it makes it happen. But intelligence is not thinking. Intellect is thinking. There's a massive difference between intellect and intelligence. What we want to align with is intelligence, so we don't need to figure it out through thinking. And intelligence is automatic. Our unconscious mind is pumping our blood through our veins, it's giving us heartbeats, it's keeping us breathing when we're not doing conscious breathing. So why are we making it all such hard work? Just align with nature. Align with your true nature. Get around nature, get connected. This is why grounding, earthing is so important. Get connected with breath, because breath keeps you alive. Okay, so for me, I say 4 things. Get in touch with these 4 things every day. Music, love, nature, and breath. Very simple. 4 keys. Music, love, nature, and breath. Because this is all an orchestra. God is the orchestrator. We are all just instruments playing different songs. That's all it is. We're all just instruments playing different songs, but we are all a part of the same orchestra. And the divine intelligence is the orchestrator. That's why it's all unfolding automatically. Nature is unfolding automatically. We came into this world automatically. Okay, yes, the mother had to give you birth, but you didn't make a business plan. You didn't have to figure out, how do I get out here? And you're not going to have to figure out, how do I get back out? You're going to come in this world without a business plan. You're going to leave without one. So whilst you're here, you've got to recognize your true nature. Your true nature is nature. You're natural. You're alive. You're not giving yourself heartbeats. You're not making the blood pump through your veins. I'm not thinking when I'm talking right now. It's automatic. Right? That's divine intelligence. Divine intelligence is automatic. It does not require intellect. Intellect holds you back, because intellect requires you to do a mathematical calculation to fucking figure it out, and you don't need to. So your true nature is divine. Your true nature is bliss, love, serenity. Just like nature out there. You watch nature unfolding, it's beautiful. Because it's all very seamless. all effortless, and yet it's beautiful. That's actually what life is. But we start labeling things as good and bad, and then when things have passed, we realize the bad things were actually good. So actually there is no good and bad, we're just labeling shit all the time. So it's all a distraction. It's all just distractions. People will distract you with their nonsense. The media will distract you with its nonsense. All nonsense, nonsensical stuff, meaning it doesn't make any sense. If you have even a slightly opened third eye or raised awareness, you see through the bullshit within the illusion. But within the illusion there is truth laced everywhere, because the divine intelligence is very smart, made it easy for us to figure it out. It's everywhere. It's laced within the tapestry of the illusion. The truth is laced within the tapestry of the illusion. That's how we find it. But music, love, nature, breath, those four things are key, at least for me. Everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own journey. The most important thing is connect with your soul. So one thing I'm quite confident with, many people will connect with their soul as long as they connect with nature. So grounding, earthing, get around nature. Okay, countryside, the woods, the forests, the ocean, lakes, whatever, as long as it's nature, not houses, not skyscrapers, not office blocks. Those are low vibrational things, and if you want to remain in a low vibrational state, you surround yourself with that, and only that. I'm not saying you don't surround yourself with that. You've got to balance it out, because if you're in a house all day long and you're in an office building all day long, and that's where you are, you're not surrounding yourself with what's alive, what's living. And if you want to heal, like if you've had past bad experiences or traumatic experiences like I have, and you have to heal that, the only way I healed is through God and nature. God and nature. But it does it automatically for you. You've just got to be there and allow it to happen. So the rest is all a distraction. People and their nonsense, projecting their insecurities, their negative ideas, opinions, their beliefs. It's all distractions. Your true nature is just love, bliss, peace, and serenity. Nothing else. You can go back there anytime as long as you realize and understand that's a distraction. That's a distraction. So one of the things that I do is forceful exhalation with my breath work, right? So I like to get out in nature, or I have my garden, I like to sit in the garden, and I like to just watch. I like to sit on my sun lounger and just watch the clouds go by. That's my television show. I would do that for hours, right? I mean, I've just done that for 2 hours before I came on live. But I would listen to some sound healing. Sometimes I'll take my headphones off and I'll just listen to nature, the birds tweeting and whatever. If I start to hear some noises going on, I'll put my headphones on and I'll listen to music like this. And then I'll do the breath work. So the breath work, the first step of the Kambo breathwork framework is, first step is full exhalation out. Now you can do it forcefully, or you can do it a little bit more gently. So I've done it more gently today at the beginning of today's session. So it's just, so imagine with each forceful exhalation, you're destroying the distraction, the energy behind the distraction. You're just getting rid of it. It's disappearing. So as you forcefully exhale, you don't focus any attention on the inhale. The inhale happens automatically as an afterthought. This is how you turn the in breath into the out breath. This is how you turn the inhale into the exhale. When you connect the inhale to the exhale and you get used to doing that, we also do it when we focus on the inhalation in step 2 of the Kambo breathwork framework, and then the exhalation becomes the afterthought. So the first step of the Kambo breathwork framework is a full exhalation out, 10 times minimum. Okay, and then we do up to 20 as you progress and get better with it. But 10 times is quite a lot. Do not underestimate the power of the Kambo breathwork framework. So it's enough. 10 full exhalations out, then a little pause. Okay, notice that peace, that bliss, that serenity that comes over you. Okay, if you want it again, then you just do 10 more full exhalations out. Okay, it's that simple. It's that simple. And then when you pause for a little while, you do the full inhalation in. Okay, full inhalation in is, I do it through the mouth and through the nostrils. Now on the Zoom masterclasses, I teach the techniques through the nostrils and through the mouth. So there's a combination I use of nostril breathing, mostly for relaxation, the nostril breathing. For energization, it's more mouth breathing for the breath work. But you can use mouth breathing for relaxation, as I did at the beginning of today's live. So like, you know, to this music, for example, to do a full exhalation out. See, the focus is on the exhalation, so I do not focus on the inhalation. The inhalation happens as an afterthought. So as you focus on the exhalation, it's a mindfulness exercise, it's a meditation, and it's breath work. It's all three. It's a meditation, a breath work, and a mindfulness exercise. That's what the Kambo breath work is. It's all three. Now I put Qigong on top to make it even more powerful, because I work with Shakti and Shiva. Shakti meaning the coiled up energy at the base of the spine, and Shiva is cosmic consciousness. Enlightenment happens when your Shakti, the Kundalini energy in the base of the spine, connects with Shiva consciousness, which is above your crown chakra in the 8th chakra. Okay, as I teach on my classes. Right? So as you connect your ground root chakra, the Kundalini energy, and we go through the process of awakening the Kundalini and going through all 7 chakras, and then we blast through the crown chakra and connect to the 8th chakra where the Shiva consciousness starts. You can call it what you like, but it's divine consciousness, higher consciousness. Okay, but in yoga it's called Shiva consciousness. Okay, so I'm just referring to it's just labels. Labels don't matter. You can call it what you like. Divine consciousness, higher consciousness. That's where it starts, but it's out of body, because the divine intelligence is non-local. We receive the consciousness here, just like a mobile phone receives a phone signal. Like when the phone breaks, the signal is still there. Just like when the human body breaks, the signal is still there from the divine intelligence. That's why you can take another life form. This is why we have many lifetimes. Like I've had many lifetimes, and I remember many of them. But this is a major one for me, because enlightenment happened in this one. So what we got to understand is that when the Shakti and the cosmic higher consciousness, divine intelligence connects, the Kundalini energy, and that connects, that's when you experience God for yourself. You actually experience heaven, right? So the 9th chakra, the 8th chakra is what I call the unconscious intelligence. That's where the unconscious mind is for me. Right, the 9th chakra is the Akashic records, the knowledge and wisdom of all that is. The 10th chakra, the God consciousness realms. This is where I can channel gods and ascended masters. The 11th chakra is the realm of nirvana. Okay, pure bliss, peace, serenity. So that's actually where you jump to when you go into nature. But when you've made the journey through enlightenment, you know where you're actually going. So it's actually easier to get there and have a much more profound experience once you've made the journey to the other side. 12th chakra is heaven. That's pure love. That's God. It's the closest thing you can explain to being God, as in source energy. That's the love energy. So that is the love that's been separated into all of our individual hearts, that's trying to reconnect. This is why I serve mankind, because I can only connect with my brothers and sisters by serving them with God and the divine intelligence. It's the only way it can be done. So as each and every single one of us awaken on this planet, we help each other by serving each other, and that's how humanity awakens. But service to mankind is the most important thing. Serving others. This is service to others. So it's not like you have a choice, really. After enlightenment, you have to do it. It's your purpose. It's your passion. That's your life purpose now. So this is why every ascended master like Jesus, Guru Nanak, Guru Gobind Singh, Shiva, as in the manifested physical form of Shiva, because Shiva is much more than that. So is Jesus. They're celestial beings, but then came into this planet. So chakra 13 is a cosmic realm, cosmic consciousness. Chakra 14 is a celestial realm. This is where the celestial gods live that I talk about. This is where they do their work from. So I connect with multiple celestial gods from the higher realms, and quite often I channel them. So this path, this purpose, this passion, it's not me. It's not me. It's done through you when you open up. So that's all you got to do. You just got to allow. You got to allow it through, because you can't think it. It has to unfold like nature. Nature is natural. Blood is pumping through my veins naturally. My heart is pumping naturally. There's no thinking involved. It's intelligence. Intellect and intelligence, two completely different things. And you do not need intellect, you need intelligence. Divine intelligence, higher consciousness. The limited mind is of the intellect. It's trying to figure everything out. That's the distractions. Those are the distractions, because when you start to work it out and start to use your conscious limited mind, your conscious mind only processes 128 to 300 bits of information per second. Your unconscious mind processes 4.3 to 20 million bits of information per second. That's why it keeps your body alive when you're asleep. So tap into that power, because you're born with it. And you tap into your unconscious mind, then that's the gateway to the divine intelligence. So that's why I say that's chakra 8. That's where it starts. That's where the cosmic consciousness starts. It's the beginning of it. So on my breathwork masterclasses and my energy mastery masterclass this weekend on the 23rd, 24th of July, I take people there. I guide them through the whole process of clearing all the chakras and connecting with the 8th chakra. Now, God and divine intelligence will only take you further when you're ready. So the only thing I do is show people the 8th chakra. The rest has to unfold for you naturally. Because I can't take you there. Only God can take you there. Because even when I went there into enlightenment, there's no conscious mind left. There's no me left. I'm gone. I don't exist. God controls your unconscious mind from there on. So you're still unconsciously aware, because you're aware of your unconscious mind. Just like you have a dream. You're in an unconscious state, but you can still remember a dream. So it's very much like that, the enlightenment experience. But it's a dream that lasted 40 days for me. So my dream in higher consciousness state, going in and out of this body, lasted 40 days. That's what the enlightenment experience was for me. But for everyone, it will be different. So, thank you, sir, Mr. Sanjay Simon. So, it's not me. It's not me. I'm not the wise one here. As I say, it's just allowing. This is just allowing. I do not think this out. I do not figure it out. I do not plan what I'm going to say. It just comes out. So this is the wisdom of divine intelligence. It's not me. So it's connected to me. I suppose it is me in a sense, but it's not me as in this me. What you're looking at, it's not this me. This is the illusion me. This is the Maya me. This is illusion. So this is not real. We're all seeing this right now, but it's just information we're decoding. It's just information. I'm just information. Your information. What I'm sharing is information. Everything is information. Just like in the Matrix film, right? When Neo sees through the illusion, it's all just code. It's all just code. Binary code, zeros and ones, nothing and everything's. Nothing and everything's. The yin and the yangs, the dark and the lights. That's all it is. It's a manifestation of the zeros and the ones. The yin and the yang, the dark and the light, the good and the bad. That's why we experience it all here. But what we've got to understand is that is the illusion. So what we do, the trick is, because everything is a distraction, that's of not your true nature. So your true nature is bliss, love, peace and serenity. So anything that takes you away from that, you need to be aware of it instantly. Okay, it might be something someone says. It might be somewhere where you are and the people you're surrounded with. Your energy, you'll become very in tune with the energies and the shifts in the energies. So, to live in this world, we have to get used to that. Especially surrounded by a lot of people that are not doing any work, have a lot of trauma and negative experience that they're just holding on to. And therefore they just project, because that's what happens if you don't do the shadow work and you don't heal. If you don't do the healing, you just project. So we got a lot of people out there projecting their insecurities, projecting their negativity. So you've got to be careful with that. So I have to listen to some, obviously, as a therapist and a healer. But it's very different when I'm listening to it from a client. It's very different when I'm getting someone like a hater sending me comments or DMs or messages, you know, which you get when this takes courage to jump on here, you know, because you get haters, especially when you're talking about your truth, because a lot of people will not align with your truth, which is fine. I just say move on. You don't have to. This is not for everyone, you know. I am not for everyone, and not everyone isn't for me. So it's good when you find out I'm not for you or someone's not for you. It's good because you can move on and you can get on and find what is for you. So that's what I always say. Look, if it's not for you, just move on. You don't need to try to start debates with me. Don't need to try to change my beliefs and opinions. I've already had a fucking enlightenment experience. I don't need anything else. I'm connected to God directly. I work through God directly. God works through me directly. So I struggle with balance. I'm addicted to the extremes. So yin-yang balance is absolutely essential. This is what my 2-day energy masterclass is about this weekend to the 23rd, 24th of July. You got to find the yin-yang balance. So I spend, we do 4 hours on a Saturday, 4 hours on a Sunday. There's teaching and lessons and coaching, but a lot of it is practice, because the most important thing is that we're doing the work. So we're doing the shadow work, we're doing the meditations, we're doing the breath work. I discussed more the dynamic meditations because you've got to go out to do most of those. But I provide everyone with a 30-day plan so they know exactly what they got to eat, how they should be sleeping every day, how much they should be sleeping every day, and of course everyone can play with it to fit your schedules, but I do set a guideline for 30 days of what people need to do to build the habits of how they should be eating, how they should be sleeping, so the fasting protocols, the sleeping protocols, but the yin-yang balance as well. The yin-yang balance is the most essential thing, because there's only 2 states of mind we want to be in as human beings. Totally relaxed, bliss, peaceful state, serenity, peace. Okay, peace, serenity. So I want to be in peace and serenity, bliss. I want to be in bliss. The only other state I want to be is in energized. So yin is the do nothing. So the Taoist way is to do nothing. So when you do nothing, you're in yin, which is bliss, peace, serenity. But you got to do the practices to get there. So I teach the techniques, so the dynamic meditation, which I just spoke about, like getting around nature, that will take you into bliss, to yin, to yang, to allowing, to receiving, to being connected with nature, to being connected with your soul, getting out of your head and into your body. So I talk about walking meditation. So that's a dynamic meditation. So you walk in nature, walk around nature, or walk around the beach or along the beach. That's dynamic meditation. And then you witness and observe the beauty in nature. You do that for about an hour. It's very healing to your mind, body, and spirit. That's the yin. So you got to do that. So I do that. I do yin every day. So today I went to the gym for my workout in the afternoon, but I stopped off on the way from the gym in the countryside to do some breath work and just watch, witness and observe nature for 45 minutes. Then I did some work. I come home in the afternoon. I did a free one 2 weeks ago, which everybody had the opportunity to join. If you missed out, you obviously wasn't here listening, but it was all over my page. I advertised it all over my page. So I did a 2-hour masterclass 3 weeks ago. So no, this one is a paid one. And it's most important that it is paid, because people do not assign value to things that they do not pay for. So people do not follow through when they do not assign value to something. Like people, I have a free Kambo Breathwork course on themindofmatter.com. I can see how many people sign up for it and how many people do it and how far they get. Less than 10% of the people start the course. You know why? Because it's free. They haven't paid for it. You will only focus on what you value, and you will only put your energy into what you value. And what we value is what we spend money on these days. Unfortunately, that's the way it is for human beings. People pay for something, they value it more. I'm not saying that's the only thing we value, but we value things if we spend money on it. So I pay for courses, I pay for coaching. Firstly, because to get the best coaching and the training, you have to pay for it. But also, I know I'm going to do what I'm taught if I pay for it, because I've paid a price. Because I've assigned a value to it. Remember, your world here is created by what you believe and what you value. What you value is what is important to you. Now, if somebody hasn't paid for breathwork and paid for coaching and training and to do the practices, and really you do need to be guided to be done for it to be done properly, people ain't going to do it because they're not going to take it seriously. It's that simple. People are lazy motherfuckers. They are. The biggest nation in this world is procrastination. So people don't do what they're supposed to do. Most of you here know what you are supposed to do. Most of you know the importance of meditation, the breath work, connecting with nature. Most of you just don't do it. I'm not saying everyone, but most of you I know probably don't do it. Not consistently, daily. And that's the problem. Because it has to be consistent, it has to be persistent. Like change, what I'm talking about, we're talking about true enlightenment in this lifetime. Going to fucking heaven and coming back. It doesn't happen without any work. It doesn't happen without practice. So it takes a serious mindset. So I need serious people on my courses. So if someone ain't willing to pay £197 for 8 hours coaching with me, they're not serious. And I don't want to work with them. Because £197, it's normally £297, but I made it cheaper. So it's £197. And that's nothing. I mean, for me, people in my traders coaching business, which I've been doing for over 20 years, people pay me £10,000 for coaching for one call a month. So for 3 sessions with me, for 3 one-to-one sessions with me, it costs you £500. So to pay £197 for 8 hours coaching with me on a Saturday and a Sunday, it's fully immersive. You're going to be fully embraced in the exercises and the out-of-body experiences that you're going to have, and the mind-altering experiences you're going to have. So you're going to change on the weekend. And not only are you going to change, to make sure you stay changed, I give people a 30-day plan to follow so they don't go back. That's how I do it. And yes, people have to pay for that, because that's how you get the serious people on board and they follow through. As I said, I've got a free course. Everyone's free. Everyone's welcome to take that course. TheMindOfMatter.com. It's 8 modules. It's about 80 minutes long. I'm even thinking about making it shorter, because people find it hard to commit to something when they've been given it free. It's not that it's not any good. It's the same fucking technique that I use every day. Right? It's the same technique I teach on the paid courses, but I teach more, because I teach the nutrition, I teach the sleeping protocols, the fasting protocols, because fasting is very important as well. So fasting is very powerful form of getting energy and a clarity of mind and healing your mind, body and spirit. So getting around nature, dynamic meditation, fasting, sleeping well, all of these things add up. They're not very difficult things, you just need a plan. So people do not follow through because they don't have a clear plan. It's that simple. So I'm a strategist, meaning I break things down into a strategy and then I follow that strategy. So the Kambo Breathwork framework, why is it 4 steps? So there's full exhalation out 10 to 20 times, then pause, full inhalation in 10 to 20 times, okay, then breath retention, right, 30 seconds, then we push for as long as we can as you get used to it, and then this rhythmic breathing with focus on full inhalation in and full exhalation. So that's the rhythmic breathing. So there's 4 steps of the framework. So it's very clear. So it's easy to do. I personally do not like to count how long you do the breaths for, because everyone needs to follow their own intuition. So my practices help you awaken your third eye, awaken your intuition and awareness. You'll actually experience your third eye open on the first day, on Saturday. For anyone that's on the masterclass this weekend, it happens on the first day. I mean, for most people, it's already happening anyway. Most people are just not aware that their third eye is it's already open to some extent. But what you got to do, just like a flower, it just opens petal by petal, so it gets more and more enhanced. So it's extrasensory perception. It's your sixth sense, because most people are caught up with the five senses, which is caught up with the illusion. Your five senses are what you see with these eyes, what you smell with your nose, what you taste with your mouth, what you hear with your ears, what you feel, right? So those are your five senses. Feeling is very important, and that's Qigong. So that's where I bring Qigong into it. So Qigong is about feeling Qi, energy in your aura and all around you, because all of this is infinite potential and energy. So there's a biofield here. Your biofield comes out of your chakras and it emanates about 8 feet wide all around your body. That creates your aura, and it creates your soul light spectrum, which is an apple-like shape. Okay, imagine like a massive apple 8 feet wide going out your body. That's your soul. That's your soul. So I teach people, rather than tell people what's right, what's wrong, I just teach people, look, this is how you connect with your soul. This is how you connect with God, force energy, through prana, with the breath work, through kundalini, with the breath work, which is Shakti, right? Which is the energy that connects with the Shiva consciousness, which is what you need to gain enlightenment. And then you've also got the Qigong. So the Qi is what we connect with outside of us here. The Qi is actually running all the way through our body in meridians. The prana and the kundalini runs through the Sushumna channel, which is the central channel here, which is charged by the Ida Nadi and the Pingala Nadi, which is the divine feminine and the divine masculine, the positive and the negative charge. So I teach people how to feel the negative and the positive charge, which is yin and yang. When you learn how to feel that, you can then learn how to move that. So you learn how to feel kundalini and prana, then you learn how to move kundalini and prana, because that's the only way you can cleanse your chakras and blast through your seventh chakra. And then I teach people also how to connect with Qi, which is actually the energy running all the way through your meridians, through the whole body. Okay? That you will feel that all through your body. You'll feel the tingling, the electricity, the energy is running through your meridians, right? So that's why I do the Qigong and the moving meditation. So the Qigong here is my biofield and my aura. So here is subtle energy. And subtle energy is stuff that we need to heal. And that's actually where the shadows are. The shadows are, yes, we've got shadows in our mind, but where they exist, where we can work with them, is in the etheric. The etheric field is here. It's subtle energy. This is physical matter. This is subtle matter, all out here. Subtle matter is surrounding your body. Now with your third eye, so I teach people on the course over the weekend how to see subtle energy and how to see their soul light spectrum. And people experience this over the weekend. It's not like you have to do this for years to get the experience. It's gonna happen on day one. Right? Now, I wish I had someone that could teach this the way that I'm teaching it now, but there wasn't. But this is why I do it. It's the same reason why I started coaching and training when I started my traders coaching business 20 years ago, right? Because there was no one doing it the way that I do it, and that was the way I would have liked it to be taught to me, right? So, and plus, I've been through the experience. I've made the journey to the other side. So, I'm qualified to teach it. So I couldn't teach this if I had not made the journey. And you can see it in my eyes, I've made the journey. Because you look at most people, you can see they haven't. And they're fucking lying. Right? You only have to have a slightly open third eye to know what I'm about. And if you haven't, you're probably in the wrong place anyway. But, because it's already there. Like, some people need to be at the right place at the right time. It's divine timing. This is all divine intelligence, divine timing. There's no coincidences in this world. It's all synchronicity. People do not end up here by chance. It's all synchronicity. It's all divine intelligence. It's all a part of the plan. So the people on my course on the weekend are meant to be there. And they are meant to have the experience they're going to have this weekend. You know, and those that are not meant to be there aren't meant to be there. That's just the way it goes. I do not think about it. Because God does what he needs to do. God makes it all happen. You know, I just get out of the way. So people will be in the right place at the right time whenever they are called to be. So, you know, nothing is by coincidence. Nothing is by chance. It's all very, even the good and the bad, like the good, the bad and the ugly, even my really ugly experiences in life, which I thought, oh my God, and I was traumatized by, and I've still been working through traumas, right? But there's very little left. Very little left, even from my dad passing when I was 7 years old, my brother passing when he was 43 years old a few years ago. These are traumatic experiences. They scarred me. But I had to heal myself. But only through God's love. Only through practice. Because without practice, what's the point? You know, if you're not practicing, what's the point? You might as well forget it. Like, there's no point reading books. Books ain't gonna get you there. Books is intellect. It's not intelligence. We're talking about divine intelligence. You know, we don't figure this out by thinking. We feel this, we experience this. You can't think God. You got to experience it. You got to experience the divine. You got to experience heaven. So rather than, I mention it a little bit here and there, but I show people the door. I take them there. They experience it themselves. Because I don't need to tell the stories of what it's like over there. You can see it yourself. So, you know, that's the way it goes. You know, the rest, everything here is distraction, man. As I said, this is the title of today's live. There's so many distractions. Distractions on the media, on the news, right? Distractions on social media, distractions from people projecting negative shit all the time. All that negativity is distraction. Your thoughts, when they keep arising and you don't like what they are, change the fucking channel. You don't have to listen to that channel. It's just a radio station you're tuned into. Because that's why you hear your thoughts. Because they're sounds. You hear your thoughts because they're sounds. Everything is sound frequencies. Even your brain waves are frequencies. Energetic frequencies. Everything is energetic frequencies. As long as you see everything as energy and energetic frequencies, and we do not label stuff, then whenever anything occurs in this illusion that we feel and understand and know is negative, you'll feel it. As your ESP goes up and your third eye opens up, you'll feel it. So, you know straight away, that's a distraction, right? Blow it away. So this is where the full exhalation comes in. The full exhalation comes in because we blow it away. When all the negative energies are gone, we breathe in the good energy, the divine, pure source energy of God. When we breathe that in, we hold it in and we embrace it. We do the breath retention. Do the breath retention for at least 30 seconds, but you do it for as long as you can afterwards, and then it's just rhythmic breathing in and out. So the Kambo Breathwork framework, those 4 steps can be used to destroy and dissipate the distractions, the negativity. It's taking you away from your divine true nature, because your true nature is just love, peace, bliss and serenity. Everything else is distraction. Everything else is noise. So when we do the full exhalation out, that's why it takes you to bliss, because you're just blowing it away. Just notice whatever it is coming up, blow it away. Comes up again, blow it away. Blowing it away. That's all you're doing. It's energy. So as you blow it away, it goes into thin air. This is how we heal ourselves, my friends. Do not underestimate the power of what I'm showing you. And if you're truly serious about it, as I've just shared on this live, check out the real magic. Open your third eye on day 1 on Saturday. Feel your chakras cleansed and connect to God consciousness. I will connect you to your 8th chakra. The rest will happen by itself. You will feel chi with your hands, the positive and negative charge. You will learn how to feel it and move it with your hands. You will learn how to transform and transmute negative energy into positive energy with Qigong and Breathwork. You will learn the sleep protocols, the fasting protocols, the nutrition for energy. Fasting is so important for a clear, pure mind, body and spirit. Fasting, this is why Jesus done this. This is why Islam teaches it in Ramadan, you know. This is why the fasting, there's a lot of spiritual religious practices involve fasting. It's not by chance. As I said, nothing happens by chance. It's all synchronicity. There is no coincidences. It's all synchronicity. People that are meant to be on my page are on my page. The people that are meant to be on my course this weekend are on the course. The people that are going to have the experience this weekend are going to have it because they were meant to have it. And when they go through the techniques daily for 30 days, it was meant to be. Right? What happens then is down to God and the divine intelligence. I've done my part. I can only show you the door, you've got to walk through it. Alright, if anybody's interested in the 2-day masterclass, it's this weekend. Last day to sign up is tomorrow. Okay? That's it. It's cut off registrations after that. And as I said, if you're meant to be, you'll be there. If you're not, it's all good, because it's not meant to be. But if you're new to this stuff, at least do the free course on themindandmatter.com. But as I said, what's free people don't do. Less than 10% of the people that sign up for my free Breathwork course start it, let alone complete it. And it's only 8 modules. So if I was to give all the information I'm giving over 8 hours this weekend away for free, no one will fucking do it. And it'll be a waste of my time and energy. What's the point? As I said, when you assign value to it, you're going to do it. It's only £197, but people pay £197, they want to get their money's worth. So what are they going to do? Not only they're going to turn up, they're going to do the 30 days practice afterwards that I'm going to give them. And when they've done it for 30 days, they're going to be transformed. So they're going to keep doing it. That's the way it works. But people don't get shit done, and people do not commit. They do not take things seriously until they put value on it. You only focus on what you value. You know, what you value is what creates your life. Like, your values are that important. Like, you need to know what your values are. Right? Like, my family is important to me. Okay? That's my top value. I'll do everything for them. My kids and my wife and my mum. Right? My clients are valuable to me. I do everything for them. Because for me, it's all about service. And if I haven't served, I haven't done my job. So, you know, the people that signed up on my course and the people that signed up for the free course 3 weeks ago, they know what the service is about, because you don't get the truth. This is only a little idea, a little insight of what I'm about. You don't get a true experience unless you've been on a masterclass, right?